Hello my fellow degenerates, CookBoss88 here, and apparently, zoophiles aren't the only problem that the furry fandom is currently facing. With the help of the Twitter page @SpicyFurryTakes, who collects and screenshots tweets of offensive and crappy opinions from furries, we are able to cover some of those topics today. If you want to check out their Twitter page, a link will be provided for you in the description below. Little disclaimer though, yes, these opinions will trigger you and will cause you to get mad, but I would also like to remind you that hunting these people down and harassing them isn't going to help anyone. So sit back, relax, get some popcorn or soda, and let's get to it. Don't get why people find it offensive. If they learn history, then they know that almost every human civilization, if not all, used slavery one way or another. Maybe Chinese didn't though, I don't know about it, and people of color, Black and Native Americans had one too. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a case of casual defense of slavery. Quite the lovely topic if I do say so myself. What this person is trying to say is that why do people get offended by slavery when nearly everyone in the past owned slaves? That is what the norm was back in the day. So why would people be offended now? Well, for one thing, because slavery is still wrong, people will get offended by it. Regardless of how many people did it way back in the past, it is still wrong. That is why it is abolished today. Why would you try and defend slavery is beyond me. He groomed a child. But that is so much hate to take. This might tear the fandom apart. I say, if it's worth getting a child diddler out of the fandom, then so be it. This person that they are talking about is a known child groomer. Everyone knows already. What is stopping us from casting this person out of the community? If the furry fandom was known for being a safe space for child groomers and zoophiles, I wouldn't have joined. Exacting consequence on a person that did something wrong isn't going to tear the fandom apart. It would be the lack of action to kick bad people out of it. So please, if it means getting bad people out of this community, then please tear the fandom apart in searching for bad people like this. Nah bro, screw the Fursuit Farm. I want to visit the Fursuit Mansion. And none of them are women. That's just the demographics for now. That will change. We seem to be gaining a lot of adolescent girls chaperoned by parental figures in this fandom. Eventually, they will grow up and some of them will join this most inner circle when they are of age. I feel like I need a shower. It's a good thing I'm inside, and I'm inside of my bathroom. Oh god. If that isn't the most creepiest thing, waiting for them to mature so you can hopefully sleep with them, you freaking sleaze. And the worst part is, there was initially nothing wrong with a Fursuit Mansion. That would be dope. It's when these two bozos decided to ruin it by being weird and creepy. Politics plus furry fandom equals disgusting. For you Americans, it may be normal to pull everything into politics, but for us European furries, that's just gross. Politics has no place in the fandom. We're all the same here and here for fun. Okay, while I agree with this statement that the furry fandom should not be heavily political and just focus on having fun, it also doesn't quite sit well for me, considering that most of the world right now is starting to get more and more political. There are just certain political topics that cannot be ignored. Biggest example that I can think of right now is the insurrection in the US Capitol that happened days ago. We can't ignore that event. We can't forget that some madman, orange madman if I may add, incited an entire crowd to basically overthrow an entire democratic government. That needs to be talked about, so people can learn from it. And for not it to get swept under the rug and forgotten. Okay, stuff like that shouldn't be forgotten. That's why maybe a little bit of politics could be good. Okay, it's fine for you to just have fun, to focus on having fun, but it also kind of helps if you know, you'd be informative. What's the word I'm looking for? slightly knowing with what's going on in the world right now. It doesn't hurt to know. Strap in for this one. This is gonna be a long one. That's a shame. I was going to approach for a commission. Oh, I'm touched. If you'd like, you can keep an eye open for my next announcement. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't lurk on Twitter feeds waiting for that Black Friday moment when artists open for commissions and watch as everyone scrambles to get in. That's why we're here now. You know I'm interested. You want the work. Talk to me when you're available. Sorry, but that's my lived? I don't freaking know. First-hand experience, and you don't get to invalidate that because it's your friend hovering and lurking for an opportunity, then diving in hopes of getting one is 100% Walmart Black Friday and sloppy customer service. There's nothing hard about making an overflow list and contacting people after the queue is clear, just good customer service. I don't work for artists, but that's just how I operate. Oh yes, the entitled people. You know, this channel is still pretty much a Reddit channel, and you know how much we Redditors hate entitled people. And you say you don't lurk in Twitter feeds, but I can probably bet you lurk in your mother's basement. The artist gave you a very valid reason. Their workload and slots are full. It's not their fault that you were too slow to commission them. Please, for the love of Anubis, leave that artist alone. Why do you feel the need to advertise your constant anti-Trump rhetoric? People follow you for your furry content, not your orange man bad rants. And you're on crack if you think Biden is going to be the second coming. China will walk all over him. Brainwash our kids more with non-binary trans nonsense. Leave our kids alone. And worst of all, he will bow down to BLM's demands. Probably take the knee also. Imagine the US president taking the knee for people burning down shops, looting and shooting at police. I love that the only response to this is just, "Who are you again?" And if you're wondering who this magnificent person is and why he's so gung-ho about his opinions on non-binaries and trans people, it's because this was made by Jason of X. Or allegedly, the original OP of this post didn't know if this was Jason of X or just someone who took on his identity. Either way, they seem to be very bigoted. After those 4 years of America having to deal with a man-child as their leader, you'd think Trump supporters would go back to whatever hole they crawled out of. God damn, I can't talk in this bathroom. Back to whatever hole they crawled out of. That apparently isn't the case. And there you have it, folks. Furries who have very bad opinions and should never, ever allowed to be on YouTube ever again. YouTube? Twitter. I don't care. Maybe they shouldn't have any internet at all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Special thanks again to @SpicyFurryTakes for letting me use their content for this video. If you want to check out their Twitter page, a link will be provided for you in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This has been your fellow degenerate, CookBoss88, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. See ya!